Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into a topic that's, well, it's profoundly reshaping our daily lives and our very sense of connection.
It really is.
Jobs are evolving, new technologies are emerging like daily, and it honestly feels like we're accelerating through centuries of change in just a few decades. It really does.
It truly is a dynamic time. What's most fascinating here, I think, is how fundamentally our understanding of what a job even means has transformed.
Yeah.
And how quickly this evolution is driven by these powerful, interconnected forces that we'll meticulously unpack today.
Absolutely. And here's the central paradox we're tackling. In a world of, unprecedented connectivity, why do we hear so much about loneliness?
Right. That tension.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And how is technology, which was designed to streamline and connect, fundamentally reshaping what it means to work and live?
It's a huge question.
This deep dive is really for anyone curious about navigating or just comprehending the roles and industries actively shaping our global economy right now.
Yeah, getting a handle on it.
Think of it as a roadmap, maybe.
Mhm.
To understand where value is truly being created, what skills are becoming essential, and how you can consciously thrive in this vibrant, constantly shifting landscape.
Mhm.
We're going to journey through the historical shifts that got us here, pinpoint the powerful forces currently at play, delve into specific job categories emerging right now.
The real nitty-gritty.
Yeah, and then critically examine how automation is redefining the human role in work. We'll confront that paradox of technology and human connection head-on.
That's key.
Peek into how these trends look globally, speculate a bit on what, say, 2050 might hold,
Always fun to look ahead.
and most importantly, equip you with practical, actionable advice for thriving. It's a lot to cover, but it's all about helping you connect the dots.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's unpack this.
That's an excellent place to begin. Stepping back, what we see in the evolution of work is this, compelling story of continuous, sometimes really disruptive transformation. It truly began with the Industrial Revolution, right?
Mhm.
Back in the late 18th to the early 19th centuries.
Right. Fields to factories.
Exactly. This period saw a monumental societal shift from agrarian, farming-based economies to industrial ones. Suddenly, people were leaving their fields, abandoning, the rhythms of nature, and moving en masse into factories.
So this shift wasn't just about moving people, was it? It completely reinvented what a job even looked like. What were some of those completely new roles that emerged? And what skills did they demand that were so different from agrarian life?
Precisely. It gave rise to entirely new factory roles. Think textile workers' operating power looms these machines that revolutionized fabric production and demanded a whole new mechanical understanding.
Right, operating machinery.
And machinists tending to steam-powered equipment. Mechanization was the prime driver here. It boosted productivity like never before, but this also demanded a completely new set of skills.
Totally different from farming.
Yeah, moving away from simple manual farm labor to understanding and skillfully operating complex machinery, a whole different skill set was needed, almost overnight, it felt like.
And as we moved into the 20th century, we entered what's widely known as the information age. This era was fundamentally defined by the introduction of computers.
Those giant room-sized ones at first.
Exactly. At first, they were these massive machines, often hidden away in special climate-controlled rooms. But their arrival kicked off groundbreaking roles like computer programmers.
Writing the code, the logic.
Yeah, designing the instructions and logic for these machines, and data entry clerks who meticulously fed information into them.
This was a foundational step for sure. It subtly shifted the currency of value from, say, physical goods to information itself. But the real acceleration happened in the 1990s with the digital revolution, propelled by the widespread adoption of the internet.
Ah, the internet. That changed everything.
It really did. The internet fundamentally laid the entire groundwork for the tech-driven economy we see today. It made information globally accessible, fostered unprecedented connectivity.
But also maybe set the stage for some of the disconnect we feel now.
Well, yeah, it implicitly did, as interaction began to move more online. That's a really good point.
And that connectivity just exploded in the early 21st century, didn't it? It took that digital foundation and put it on like a rocket ship.
Oh, absolutely.
The launch of platforms like Google in '98, Facebook 2004, YouTube 2005, These weren't just search engines or social sites, were they?
No, they were much more. They fundamentally democratized information and, crucially, content creation.
Right. Anyone could publish.
Exactly. This directly led to the emergence of roles like social media managers, crafting digital identities for brands, and content creators, producing everything from videos to podcasts for mass audiences.
And then the 2008 financial crisis. That played a part too, didn't it?
It did. It pushed many workers towards more flexible freelance and gig work models, often out of sheer necessity, as traditional jobs felt, well, less secure.
Yes, I remember that shift. A lot of uncertainty then.
Definitely.
And of course, more recently, the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. Wow. That normalized remote work on a global scale almost overnight.
It was incredible how fast that happened.
It spurred even more specialized roles, like remote work facilitators, the people who help organizations manage distributed teams effectively using tools like Slack or Zoom.
Keeping everyone connected virtually.
So many rapid changes, one stacking upon the other.
Indeed. And looking ahead into 2025 and beyond, we see current driving technologies like artificial intelligence, AI, blockchain, quantum computing.
The next wave.
They're continuing to create entirely new job categories, often at the intersection of different fields. And at the same time, major global concerns like sustainability and social equity are actively shaping roles that specifically address these big challenges.
Like climate science jobs or ethical AI roles.
Exactly. It shows a growing societal conscience deeply integrated into the workplace, which is fascinating. You know what really strikes me from that whole historical journey isn't just how fast things change, but the profound shift in what society values in a worker. It's fascinating. We've moved from valuing maybe brute physical force to information processing. And now it feels like the ultimate value is in pure human creativity, critical thinking, adaptability, the stuff machines can't really do in the same way.
That human spark.
That's the real blink, and you miss it insight from history, isn't it? It's about evolving human value.
That's a powerful point, and it raises an important question. What are the primary drivers behind these monumental shifts we're experiencing in the job market right now? Understanding these underlying forces is absolutely essential for anyone looking to capitalize on today's opportunities and, well, prepare for tomorrow's.
Absolutely. It's like trying to understand the currents of a powerful river if you want to navigate it effectively, right?
Good analogy.
First and foremost, we have the technological revolution as the cornerstone. We're talking about the internet, which is still evolving, plus AI, blockchain, automation.
They're not just buzzwords.
Not at all. They're fundamentally rewriting how business is done and, by extension, what jobs are needed.
And a huge part of this is the rise of the gig economy, isn't it? Powered by these massive platforms like Uber for ride-sharing, Airbnb for rentals, Upwork for freelance services.
Yeah, those platforms have fueled an explosion of flexible roles.
Everything from freelance content creators making articles and videos to rideshare drivers and micro-entrepreneurs leveraging these platforms.
Now, it's a significant shift. It creates opportunities for, unprecedented flexibility, but it also raises questions about worker security and benefits, doesn't it?
Definitely. That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. Economic reports suggest that by 2025, over 30% of U.S. workers will participate in gig work in some way.
30%? Wow.
And it's not just the U.S. Global platforms like Fiverr and Freelancer enable millions worldwide to monetize diverse skills, graphic design, web dev, virtual assistants, translation.
Anything, really.
It's truly democratizing entrepreneurship on a massive scale.
It truly is. And then there's AI's transformative impact. We've only just begun to truly grasp it, I think.
Oh, definitely. The early days still.
AI has created entirely new, highly specialized roles, like machine learning engineers. These are the architects behind the algorithms, powering everything from, say, recommendation engines on Netflix to the complex systems in autonomous drones.
Right, building the brains, essentially.
And then you have data scientists. They're tasked with analyzing these truly vast data sets generated every second to find insights and drive crucial decisions across almost every industry imaginable.
Can you give an example of what a data scientist might actually do, something vivid?
Certainly. Consider a data scientist at a hospital. They might use anonymized patient data to, say, predict disease outbreaks in specific communities.
Wow, like forecasting epidemics.
Potentially, yeah. Allowing for proactive public health measures. Or maybe at an e-commerce firm, a data scientist could optimize pricing strategies in real time.
Changing prices based on demand.
Exactly. Dynamically adjusting product prices based on demand, competitor prices, customer behavior, all to maximize sales. It's incredibly powerful and impacts nearly every sector.
I believe it. And looking further out, emerging fields like quantum computing and blockchain are spawning even more novel roles. We're seeing quantum algorithm developers designing programs for computers using quantum mechanics.
Solving problems current computers can't touch.
Right. Problems way beyond current supercomputers. And blockchain developers creating secure, decentralized systems for everything from cryptocurrency to transparent supply chain tracking.
Making sure you know where your stuff came from.
Basically, yeah, it's just this relentless wave of innovation creating demand for highly specific cutting-edge skills.
Oh. So technology is a huge piece, but technology rarely acts in a vacuum, does it? What other powerful forces are converging with this digital revolution to reshape our working lives?
Well, beyond a technological, we have globalization and connectivity. This force has quite literally shrunk the world, hasn't it?
Distance feels less relevant sometimes.
Yeah. Geographical distances are almost irrelevant for many businesses now as companies operate seamlessly across borders. And that creates demand for jobs that specifically leverage this interconnectedness.
Like what?
Take supply chain analysts, for example. Their job is to manage the incredibly complex logistics of global trade, ensuring products move efficiently from raw material to finished good, reaching consumers on time.
And we saw how crucial that role was during the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
The vulnerabilities in global supply chains became glaringly obvious.
Absolutely. The pandemic highlighted just how critical their role is. Widespread disruptions exposed all these vulnerabilities.
So what are they doing now?
Now, by 2025, these analysts are increasingly using sophisticated AI tools, not just to track things, but to predict and mitigate risks.
Predicting port delays, maybe?
Exactly. Anticipating port delays, navigating geopolitical tensions, reacting to sudden shifts in demand. It's a role that demands both meticulous detail and macro-level strategic thinking.
And the remote work shift connects to this, too.
The widespread shift to remote work, accelerated by recent events, has profoundly altered where and how people work. This has directly created roles like remote work facilitators.
The people we mentioned earlier.
Yes. They are vital in designing hybrid or fully remote models, ensuring smooth communication and team cohesion using tools like Zoom or Slack.
And this flexibility has also boosted the whole digital nomad lifestyle.
Increasingly mainstream, yeah. Professionals working remotely while traveling. Countries like Portugal, Thailand, Costa Rica are even offering special digital nomad visas.
Actively inviting remote workers.
Yeah, actively inviting them to contribute to their local economies. And this trend, in turn, has spurred jobs like co-working space managers, who create these vibrant, collaborative environments for remote workers, fostering community and providing essential infrastructure.
That idea of the world shrinking really underpins so much of this.
It really does.
And I imagine that interconnectedness also plays a huge role in the next force: sustainability and social impact. As we become more aware of our collective impact, these have become massive drivers of new job creation, haven't they?
Oh, absolutely. Huge drivers.
We're seeing roles directly addressing climate change and social inequality.
Absolutely. Sustainability isn't just a buzzword anymore. It's a foundational principle, creating entirely new career paths. Sustainability consultants, for instance, are in high demand.
What do they do exactly?
They advise organizations on reducing their carbon footprint, operating more responsibly, and meeting evolving environmental regulations. Parallel to this, diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI specialists are crucial.
DEI, yeah, that's become really prominent.
And vital. They work on fostering inclusive workplaces where everyone feels valued, addressing historical imbalances, and promoting belonging.
It certainly has. And on the energy front, renewable energy technicians are on the front lines, installing solar panels and wind turbines, directly contributing to the clean energy transition. This sector is booming globally.
The International Renewable Energy Agency, IRENA, reported it employed over 12 million people globally in 2024.
12 million. That gives you a sense of the scale.
It really does. And as climate change impacts become more apparent, climate risk analysts are stepping in.
Assessing risks like rising sea levels.
Exactly. They assess how environmental changes, rising sea levels, extreme weather events will impact businesses and communities, helping them build resilience and adapt.
And finally, there's this shift towards valuing experiences over possessions, what we call the experience economy.
Precisely. This cultural shift where people increasingly value unique, memorable experiences over just owning stuff has naturally created roles like event experience designers.
Making events more immersive.
Yeah, they go beyond just planning events to crafting truly immersive, memorable encounters, whether it's a concert, a brand launch, or an educational summit. Similarly, wellness coaches are gaining prominence.
Focusing on holistic health.
Right. They address holistic health, mental, physical, and emotional well-being, often through personalized virtual sessions.
And the metaverse fits in here too, I suppose.
Definitely. We can't discuss experiences without mentioning the metaverse, this virtual, interconnected digital world that's still in its early days.
Very early days.
But it's already spawning fascinating new jobs. Things like virtual event planners, organizing gatherings within these digital realms, and avatar designers creating the digital identities and personalized experiences people use in these virtual spaces.
Oh.
It's a rapidly evolving frontier for human interaction and creativity.
So we've mapped out the powerful currents shaping the job market. But now let's take that deep dive from the macro forces to the micro reality. What do these seismic shifts mean for the actual roles people are stepping into right now?
Yeah, let's ground it.
And critically, how do these new roles, for better or worse, redefine our sense of connection or even isolation in this hyper-connected world?
Yes, let's do that. The jobs of the 21st century span incredibly diverse industries, but some categories are particularly dynamic. At the core, you have technology and data-driven jobs. These roles often blend high technical expertise with a surprising amount of creativity. We're talking about positions like AI ethics specialists.
Making sure AI is fair.
Exactly. Their job is to ensure the AI systems we build are fair, unbiased, and transparent. They meticulously audit algorithms to prevent discrimination, for instance, in hiring or loan applications.
That sounds absolutely crucial, especially as AI becomes more integrated into our lives.
It is. Then there are cybersecurity analysts, absolutely vital for protecting sensitive data from attacks, especially in finance and healthcare, where breaches can be catastrophic.
The guardians of our data.
In a way, yes. User experience, or UX designers, are the creative minds making apps and websites intuitive and enjoyable to use, ensuring seamless interactions.
Making tech less frustrating.
Hopefully. Further out on the frontier, quantum computing researchers are developing algorithms for this new generation of super powerful computers using quantum mechanics.
Pushing the boundaries of computing.
We also see hands-on roles like drone operators managing unmanned aerial vehicles for package delivery, agricultural monitoring, or even filmmaking.
It's incredible to think how quickly drones have become ubiquitous across so many sectors, isn't it? From delivery to agriculture, they seem to be popping up everywhere.
They really are. And of course, metaverse developers, the architects building the virtual worlds we just discussed for gaming, education, and even commerce.
Let's hear about some people in these roles, maybe. Bring them to life.
Good idea. Consider Maria, a 32-year-old AI ethics specialist at a major tech firm. Her daily work involves auditing complex algorithms for hidden biases.
Okay.
She has this unique background combining computer science with philosophy, giving her a deep understanding of both the technical and ethical sides.
A necessary blend, probably.
Very much so. Recently, she found a major flaw in a company's hiring algorithm. It was unintentionally favoring male candidates because it learned from historical data reflecting past imbalances.
Oh, wow. So she fixed it. That's impactful.
She did more than fix it. Maria redesigned the algorithm to prioritize fairness, meticulously adjusting its parameters. This not only significantly improved hiring practices, but remarkably set a new industry standard for ethical AI deployment in that company.
That's huge.
That's impactful. Another example, Chen, a 29-year-old drone operator working for an agricultural tech company in Australia.
Okay, what does Chen do?
Chen uses drones with advanced sensors to monitor crop health across huge farmlands. He collects precise data, helping farmers optimize irrigation, apply fertilizer only where needed, and detect pests early.
Precision farming from the sky.
Exactly. His job perfectly reflects this rise of precision farming, combining drone skills with agricultural knowledge to boost efficiency and sustainability.
Fascinating. One more example to paint the picture.
Sure. Let's talk about Priya, a 27-year-old metaverse developer. She spends her days building immersive virtual environments for a big gaming company.
Creating virtual worlds.
Yeah. Priya designs interactive spaces where players can socialize, explore, and compete, using powerful tools like Unreal Engine and Unity. These are the industry-leading platforms.
The building blocks.
Essentially, yeah. The foundational operating systems for building hyper-realistic 3D environments, including much of the metaverse. Her role truly blends cutting-edge coding with creative design and storytelling, demonstrating the vast potential of this evolving virtual frontier.
That's a powerful picture of how technology is reshaping roles. But it's not just about the digital realm, is it? As you mentioned, big societal shifts are driving new job categories too, particularly in creative pursuits.
Right, the democratization of creativity.
The internet has truly democratized creativity.
Yeah.
Anyone with an idea and a connection can now reach a global audience. This has fueled demand for roles like social media managers, VR content creators, podcasters, YouTubers.
Exactly. It's opened up entirely new avenues for personal expression and entrepreneurship. Let's look at Jamal, a 28-year-old VR content creator. He started in traditional graphic design, but saw the immense potential in virtual reality. Now, he creates virtual training simulations for firefighters, using platforms like Unity to design incredibly realistic scenarios.
Training firefighters in VR, that's amazing.
Yeah. Firefighters can practice critical skills in a safe, controlled environment. His work isn't just creative, it's solving real-world problems through this blend of tech and artistic vision.
That's a great example of impact. Then there's Sophia, 25, a social media manager for a fashion brand.
Right. That role we mentioned earlier.
Her job is more than just posting nice pictures, isn't it?
Oh, much more. She meticulously crafts campaigns to boost engagement and drive sales. She's constantly analyzing metrics like click-through rates and audience response.
Using data to guide the creative.
Exactly. Using that data to tailor content so it really connects. It's a fascinating mix of creativity and sharp data analytics, demanding both sides of the brain.
And consider Leo, a 30-year-old podcaster. He runs a really popular show focused on sustainability. He interviews experts from around the globe on renewable energy and eco-living. He's successfully monetized his passion through sponsorships, reaching thousands of listeners every week.
Building a business around his voice.
His story is a perfect example of how content creation is accessible now, allowing people to build an audience and a business around their interests. It's truly democratized media in many ways.
It really has.
Moving beyond the digital, healthcare and wellness jobs are another rapidly expanding sector. This is driven by aging populations and that growing societal focus on holistic well-being.
A huge area of growth.
This field includes roles like telehealth specialists, providing medical consultations remotely, making healthcare more accessible,
Breaking down geographic barriers.
genetic counselors who guide patients through complex genetic testing, and wellness coaches, focusing on the broader aspects of physical and mental health. Let's hear about some people in these roles.
Okay, consider Priya, a genetic counselor at a hospital. Her role involves helping patients and families navigate the often overwhelming world of genetic testing.
That must require a lot of sensitivity.
Immense. She recently supported a family testing for a rare genetic disorder. She explained the risks, potential outcomes, and addressed their profound emotional concerns. Her work really highlights that critical intersection of cutting-edge science with deep empathy and communication.
That human element is so important there, where technology alone just can't bridge the gap.
Absolutely. Then there's Elena, 34, a wellness coach. Elena works mainly through virtual platforms, helping clients manage stress, improve nutrition, and enhance overall well-being.
Personalized health guidance.
Right. She designs personalized plans, often incorporating mindfulness and customized fitness routines, underscoring that growing emphasis on proactive holistic health, not just about treating illness anymore.
Exactly. And Dr. Patel, a 40-year-old telehealth specialist, exemplifies how technology is revolutionizing access. He provides virtual consultations to patients in rural or underserved areas, using secure digital platforms to diagnose, review symptoms, and prescribe treatments.
Bringing the doctor to the patient virtually.
His work is invaluable in making quality healthcare accessible to those facing geographical barriers. It's clear that push for a healthier planet is also a huge driver, leading us to green and sustainable jobs.
Yes, that whole sector.
Sustainability isn't just a buzzword, it's creating entirely new careers. Roles like urban farmers, bringing food production into cities, circular economy specialists, designing systems to minimize waste.
Designing waste out of the system.
Renewable energy technicians,
Yeah.
building cleaner infrastructure, and climate risk analysts, helping businesses prepare.
That's right. It's a whole ecosystem of roles emerging. Let's look at Liam, a circular economy specialist. He works for a major consumer goods company responsible for designing a closed-loop supply chain.
Closed loop.
Meaning ensuring products and materials are reused and recycled as much as possible, essentially eliminating waste. His innovative approach involved creating partnerships for recycling, resulting in a remarkable 40% reduction in plastic waste for the company.
Wow, 40%.
His role shows how environmental goals can align seamlessly with business strategy.
That's a perfect example of integrating sustainability into the core of a business. Then there's Amina, 30, an urban farmer in Chicago.
Okay.
Amina manages a vertical farm producing fresh, leafy greens sustainably, using hydroponics, growing plants in water, no soil, often indoors in stacked layers.
Farming upwards, not outwards.
Her work transforms local food supply chains, reduces the carbon footprint of transport, and provides fresh produce to urban areas. It's really innovative and impactful.
Very much so. And Javier, 35, a renewable energy technician, he's on the ground installing solar panels for a clean energy firm.
Hands-on green work.
His hands-on work directly supports the global transition away from fossil fuels. It's impactful work, especially since local solar installations in his region actually doubled since 2023, clearly showing the rapid growth and demand in this field.
Finally, we must acknowledge the growing importance of education and lifelong learning. In a world where skills can become obsolete quickly, continuous learning isn't just an advantage, it's an absolute necessity.
Non-negotiable, really.
And this drives a whole new set of roles, including edtech specialists, revolutionizing online learning, career transition coaches, guiding people through significant shifts,
Helping people navigate change.
and micro-credential instructors, teaching specialized, short-form skills. Give us some examples here, too.
Okay. Aisha, an edtech specialist, designs online courses for a prominent platform. She focuses on micro-credentials, like a concise course in data analytics.
Short, targeted learning.
Right. She incorporates interactive simulations and practical exercises, making learning engaging and directly applicable. Her work meets that growing demand for flexible, skill-based education.
Right. Getting skills quickly and precisely.
Exactly. Then there's Raj, a career transition coach. He specializes in helping professionals pivot into entirely new fields.
Like changing careers completely.
Yeah. He recently guided a client from retail through a coding boot camp, successfully helping them land a career in cybersecurity. His work underscores the critical importance of reskilling and upskilling, helping people adapt their entire professional trajectory.
Precisely. And May, a micro-credential instructor, exemplifies the shift towards bite-size, targeted education. May teaches digital marketing on a platform like Coursera.
Teaching specific, in-demand skills.
Her modules are short, practical, and focused, enabling learners to acquire high-demand skills quickly. This trend reflects the need for agile learning that keeps pace with rapid industry changes. Keeping up. What these examples truly underscore isn't just what technology is doing, but how it's demanding a new kind of human ingenuity, the capacity to both build and ethically steer these powerful tools, blurring the lines between technical prowess and profound ethical responsibility.
That blend is key.
This brings us directly to a topic that often causes a lot of anxiety: automation. It's a word we hear all the time. What exactly are we talking about here?
Right. At its core, automation is about using technology, whether that's machines, software, or AI, to perform tasks traditionally done by humans.
Like robots on assembly lines.
Exactly. Think of robots welding car parts on an assembly line, or software reconciling financial records in an accounting department, or even chatbots answering customer service queries.
Oh, yeah.
The main goal is efficiency, doing things faster, cheaper, and with fewer mistakes. We see it everywhere. From banking apps instantly transferring funds to warehouses sorting thousands of packages overnight.
But there's a trade-off.
Well, what's often overlooked in this pursuit of efficiency is the underlying question of the value of human labor beyond mere output, things like empathy, judgment, or creativity, which you can't easily streamline.
The things that make us human.
Okay.
Okay, let's tackle the part that often causes the most anxiety. Which jobs are feeling the impact the most right now? Our sources consistently point to roles with routine, repetitive tasks. They seem most vulnerable.
They absolutely are. Research from folks like Frey and Osborne back in 2013, for example, estimated that around 37% of U.S. jobs could be automated.
37% is a lot.
It is, but it's crucial to understand that this often implies transformation more than total elimination. Take manufacturing, for instance. It's been ground zero for automation for decades.
Right.
If you compare a car factory in the 1980s to a Tesla gigafactory today, the latter is teeming with highly specialized robots.
So fewer manual workers, but a lot more specialized machines.
Exactly. And the data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, or BLS, shows this clearly. U.S. manufacturing jobs dropped from 19.5 million in 1979 to around 12.5 million recently.
Big drop.
While manufacturing output actually increased, the skill shift has been profound, from manual labor to overseeing, managing, and maintaining these automated systems roles requiring robotics expertise, programming knowledge, and maintenance skills.
What about beyond the factory floor? Administrative roles, I imagine, would be high on that list.
Absolutely. Roles like data entry clerks, typists, and bookkeeping have seen significant automation. Think of how QuickBooks handles accounting for small businesses, or how optical character recognition, OCR, software can digitize vast amounts of documents.
Making manual data entry obsolete.
Pretty much, yeah. I remember an anecdote about Sarah, a data entry clerk whose role was eliminated by AI extraction software. But here's the key. She didn't disappear from the workforce.
Whoa. What happened?
She pivoted to a customer-facing role, learning CRM software, that's customer relationship management systems, to manage client interactions, leveraging her newly honed communication skills.
So she adapted.
Exactly. McKinsey, for example, predicts up to 30% of administrative jobs could see significant automation by 2030.
And retail, too, seems like a prime candidate for automation.
Definitely. We see it with self-checkout kiosks in places like Walmart and Target, and innovative concepts like Amazon Go, which uses just walkout technology.
No cashiers needed there.
Right. The BLS projects a 10% drop in retail cashier jobs between 2021 and 2031. But here's the nuance we need to stress. Automation often automates specific tasks within a job.
Not the whole job.
Right. It reshapes the role rather than eliminating the entire profession. Accountants still exist, for example, but their focus has shifted from manual number crunching to analyzing trends, interpreting data, and offering strategic advice.
So the human role becomes more about interpretation and strategy. What about something like truck driving? Self-driving trucks are on the horizon, but do drivers simply vanish?
Not necessarily. While self-driving trucks are coming, the role of a truck driver may evolve. It could shift to managing autonomous fleets, handling complex loading and unloading, or focusing on last-mile delivery in urban areas where human navigation is still essential.
The tricky parts machines can't handle yet.
Exactly. The International Transport Forum estimated in 2024 that while 20% of trucking tasks could be automated by 2030, human drivers remain essential for oversight and handling the unexpected. So it's about evolution, not total extinction.
That distinction between task automation and job elimination is critical. It sounds like the future isn't about humans competing with machines, but perhaps working alongside them.
That's a great way to put it.
Bringing uniquely human skills to the table. Where do opportunities grow in this new landscape?
That's the core principle. Jobs needing creativity, deep emotional intelligence, critical thinking, and adaptability are far less vulnerable to automation. Take healthcare, for example. AI can analyze medical images with incredible precision. Google's DeepMind has shown AI finding eye diseases earlier than human doctors.
That's amazing.
It is. But AI cannot replicate empathy, build trust, or provide comfort in moments of crisis. Consider Maria, a physical therapist working with stroke survivors like Mr. Thompson.
Okay.
Her motivation, her ability to inspire hope, and her human connection are as vital to his recovery as the physical therapy itself.
The human touch.
It's irreplaceable. The BLS actually predicts healthcare jobs will grow by about 13% this decade, adding around 2 million jobs in roles like nurses, therapists, and home health aides.
So the human touch becomes irreplaceable. What about creative fields, design, writing, music? Those seem inherently human.
They absolutely are, relying on imagination, cultural understanding, and emotional depth. While AI tools like DALL-E or Midjourney can generate art and music.
Some of it's quite impressive.
It can be, technically, but they often lack that elusive soul or original spark that comes from human experience. Imagine the Midnight Owls band using AI for basic backing tracks, then adding their unique human vibe that truly makes the song resonate.
Right, the feeling.
Or journalist Alex, who uses AI for initial data analysis for a story, but his skill is in weaving that data into a compelling, emotionally resonant human narrative. AI is a powerful tool, but the creative spark remains uniquely human.
And what about entirely new jobs that automation itself creates? Beyond working alongside, are there roles that wouldn't exist without this technological shift?
Precisely. We're seeing entire new professions emerge. Data scientists, AI ethicists, cybersecurity analysts, these roles barely existed 10, 15 years ago.
And now they're everywhere.
And now they're in incredibly high demand. Consider Priya, A data scientist whose focus shifted from tedious data cleaning now done by AI to interpreting AI insights and explaining complex findings to executives,
So the AI handles the grunt work.
allowing her to focus on higher-level analysis and communication. Or an AI ethicist hired after a tech company's biased hiring algorithm favored male candidates. Their role is to audit and understand complex ethical issues in AI systems, ensuring fairness and preventing unintended harm.
A crucial check and balance.
Absolutely. The World Economic Forum, or WEF, predicted in its 2023 report that tech-created roles could account for 20% of all job growth by 2028.
20%. That brings us to the skills revolution. If the landscape is shifting so dramatically, what does that mean for how individuals prepare? What's the difference between upskilling and reskilling, and why are they so crucial?
Right. The WEF's 2023 report stated that 44% of core skills will need to change by 2028.
Nearly half.
Exactly. So continuous learning isn't just a buzzword, it's a survival mechanism. Upskilling means learning new skills to enhance your current job, for example. A marketing professional learning AI tools to analyze customer data more effectively.
Getting better at what you already do.
Right. Reskilling, on the other hand, is training for a completely new job or career path. Think of John, 45, who worked in a factory in Ohio for 20 years.
Okay.
When his job was phased out by robots, he enrolled in a 6-month robotics maintenance program. He learned to program and repair the machines that replaced him and became a robotics technician,
Wow.
earning more than he did before. It's an inspiring example of adapting.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And are there broader support initiatives for this kind of skills transformation?
Absolutely. Governments worldwide are investing. Singapore's Skills Future initiative, for example, provides lifelong learning credits to citizens. In the U.S., the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, or WIOA, funds reskilling programs.
Government support.
And companies are also stepping up. Amazon, for instance, has an Upskilling 2025 program to train 100,000 employees for in-demand roles.
Companies investing in their people.
Right. Beyond technical skills, the human edge soft skills are becoming increasingly vital. Things like complex problem solving, emotional intelligence, critical thinking.
The empathy, the ability to collaborate, the communication skills.
Exactly. Consider Emma, a software engineer developing AI for healthcare. Her superpower isn't just coding, but her ability to empathetically explain complex algorithms to non-tech experts, like doctors or hospital administrators.
Bridging the tech gap.
These skills are harder to automate. You can practice them by joining improv groups to boost adaptability or volunteering for leadership roles to hone team guidance.
Practical ways to build those skills.
This all reinforces the idea of lifelong learning. Lisa, a high school teacher, used an online course to learn how to use AI for personalized lessons and administrative tasks, freeing her time for more meaningful mentoring.
Using tech to enhance her human role.
Precisely. Platforms like Coursera, EDX, and LinkedIn Learning make new skills incredibly accessible to anyone with an internet connection.
So we've covered the seismic shifts at work and the impact of automation. Now let's turn to that central paradox we mentioned at the outset. The tension between unprecedented connectivity and widespread loneliness.
Ah, yes, that paradox.
Loneliness, it's not a new phenomenon, is it? But its nature certainly seems to have changed in the digital age.
It absolutely has. Loneliness existed long before smartphones. Think of the social changes during 19th century industrialization and urbanization, or the lonely housewife archetype of the 1950s,
Right.
or sociologist Robert Weiss's findings in the 1960s, even within physically cohesive communities. But the shift now is from loneliness often caused by physical distance or strict social rules to an abundance of superficial digital connections that paradoxically leave many feeling more isolated.
More connected, but more alone.
Kind of. Even early technologies like the telephone began moving communication away from physical presence. Early chat rooms on AOL and Instant Messenger hinted at both the promise and the pitfalls of digital interaction.
That's a powerful distinction. So how can technology designed to bring us closer actually contribute to loneliness? What are the mechanisms at play?
Well, one major mechanism is the illusion of connection. Social media platforms like X, Instagram, TikTok offer instant interaction, but often leave users wanting more.
Like empty calories.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Prioritizing quantity of connections over genuine quality. Research, like a 2019 study, found that people spending over 2 hours daily on social media reported feeling more lonely and less satisfied with life.
Wow.
This is often fueled by the comparison trap, where curated, perfect online lives and selfies foster inadequacy and FOMO, fear of missing out.
Keeping up with the digital Joneses.
And then there are parasocial relationships, these one-sided connections with influencers or celebrities where there's no real reciprocation, yet they fill a void of perceived interaction.
So it's not real connection, but it tricks your brain into thinking it is. And I imagine less face-to-face time plays a role too.
Precisely. We now have terms like phubbing, which is snubbing someone for your phone,
I've definitely seen that.
or ghosting, cutting someone off digitally without explanation. A University of Georgia study found that frequent phone use during conversations lowered relationship satisfaction, making people feel unheard.
Like you're not really present.
Exactly. We see it in daily life, family dinners with everyone scrolling on their phones, and remote work, while convenient and flexible, removes those spontaneous chats at the coffee machine or bumping into colleagues.
Water cooler moments.
Yeah, which are often vital for building camaraderie and deeper relationships. A recent survey found that approximately 25% of remote workers felt disconnected from their teams.
That's significant.
Yeah.
And I've read that chronic loneliness has broader public health implications.
It does. Chronic loneliness is linked to higher risks of depression, anxiety, and even cardiovascular problems. Its impact on youth is particularly concerning.
How so?
A study found teens spending over 3 hours daily on social media were twice as likely to report mental health issues, exacerbated by cyberbullying and constant comparison. The pressure to always be online also leads to burnout.
That relentless pressure.
And finally, the algorithmic divide contributes to this. Algorithms designed for engagement often amplify divisive, sensational content, pushing people into online echo chambers where they only hear what they agree with,
Reinforcing biases.
which can lead to alienation from differing viewpoints and reduces the capacity for constructive, empathetic conversation across divides.
That's a sobering picture. But conversely, technology also offers incredible lifelines for connection, doesn't it? That's not all doom and gloom.
Not at all. Technology can be incredibly empowering. Online platforms provide vital safe spaces and support for marginalized groups.
Like LGBTQ plus communities.
Exactly. LGBTQ plus individuals, people with disabilities, or those in remote areas where physical communities might be lacking. Research has shown, for example, that online support groups for chronic illness cut loneliness by 30% for participants in one study.
Wow, that's a real impact.
And during the pandemic, platforms like Zoom and Google Meet were absolutely essential for families and friends to stay connected when physical contact was impossible.
Couldn't have done without them.
For sure.
And what about gaming communities? I hear a lot about strong friendships forming there.
Gaming is a fantastic example. Discord servers and games like Among Us or Fortnite are platforms where people form incredibly strong, often global, friendships.
Really, close friends online.
Absolutely. A Pew survey found that over 40% of Americans had made close friends online, and for teens, that figure jumps to 60%. This truly blurs the lines between virtual and real-world community.
Blurring the lines.
Similarly, platforms like X enable real-time global discussions on everything from climate change to K-pop fandoms, fostering a powerful sense of belonging. And Reddit, with its vast array of niche communities, offers specific mental health support groups and forums where people feel seen and understood.
So it can empower those who might struggle with face-to-face interaction.
Absolutely. Technology empowers introverts or neurodivergent individuals, like autistic adults, who might find traditional social settings overwhelming. Online forums and communities allow them to connect based on shared interests in a way that feels more comfortable and accessible. However, it's crucial to acknowledge that loneliness has deeper societal and cultural roots, not just technological ones.
Right, it didn't start with the internet.
No. Urbanization, longer work hours, and the decline of traditional community hubs like local clubs, unions, and churches all contributed to rising loneliness long before the smartphone.
It's a good point. The problem predates the technology.
And cultural influences also play a role. Japan's hikikomori phenomenon, where individuals withdraw completely from society, is often linked to cultural pressures like school stress, not solely tech addiction.
Culture matters.
Immensely. In collectivist cultures like South Korea or India, technology such as family WhatsApp groups often adds to existing strong bonds, whereas in more individualistic places like the US, tech might sometimes replace weaker social structures. So the context matters immensely.
So it really comes down to individual choice And intentionality in how we use tech then, doesn't it?
Precisely. Mindlessly scrolling through X versus using it to find a local volunteer group yields vastly different outcomes for your sense of connection.
Active versus passive use.
Exactly. Research shows that goal-oriented tech use, joining hobby forums, organizing real-world events online, correlates with lower loneliness than passive consumption. You are the driver of how tech impacts your social life. This intentionality also varies by generation.
How so? Do different generations experience tech and connection differently?
Absolutely. Kids and teens, as digital natives, have unique vulnerabilities like cyberbullying and comparison, with screen time over 4 hours a day linked to lower self-esteem.
Up there's an upside, too.
Yes. Yet, these platforms also provide vital spaces for identity exploration and finding their tribes, think fandom communities, or mental health support groups where they feel understood.
Finding your people online.
Young adults aged 18-30 navigate dating apps, which can be a source of connection but also burnout and rejection. But they also master platforms like LinkedIn and Meetup for professional and social networking in new cities.
Using tech strategically.
Middle-aged adults often find tech key for maintaining distant family connections through video calls and support via online parenting groups, though passive social media use can still link to feelings of disconnect.
And what about older adults?
For older adults, challenges with tech literacy can unfortunately worsen loneliness if they feel excluded. But those who adopt technology, like using FaceTime with grandkids, joining online book clubs, or connecting with senior communities online, report much less isolation.
Bridging the digital divide helps.
Significantly. Programs teaching smartphone use to seniors show significant promise in combating loneliness. Looking ahead, future tech will continue to reshape connection.
Here's where it gets really interesting. What future tech might impact our connections?
While AI companions like Grok are emerging, they offer conversation and a potential solution for loneliness for those with limited social options.
Talking to an AI for company.
Potentially. But this raises concerns about over-reliance and the reduction of human contact. Virtual reality, or VR, and the metaverse offer incredibly immersive social experiences, like VR chat.
Meeting people in virtual spaces.
Research suggests VR platforms can help people with mobility issues feel less lonely, but critics worry about detachment from physical reality.
Losing touch with the real world.
That's the concern. Augmented reality, or AR, wearables like smartwatches might remind you to call a friend a Fitbit trial, even linked this to better moods. But questions arise about helpfulness versus intrusiveness and autonomy.
Helpful nudge or annoying nag. It's truly a duality, isn't it? Let's use some real-world illustrations to capture this complex dynamic.
A perfect way to illustrate. Consider Sarah, a 16-year-old. She scrolls TikTok for hours, often feeling insecure and left out by the curated perfection she sees.
The comparison trap.
But UT, she also connects deeply with young poets on a Discord server, where she finds genuine community and belonging through shared creative passion.
Finding her niche.
Then there's James, 35. He works remotely and genuinely misses the spontaneous vibe of an office. UT, he joins a virtual co-working Slack group that mimics the office feel,
Recreating the office online.
offering dedicated virtual focus rooms and coffee break channels, helping him feel less isolated. And finally, Margaret, 70. She moved to a new city and initially felt profoundly lonely.
A tough situation.
BT, she learned FaceTime to connect with her grandkids across the country and joined an online book club, which eventually led to local coffee meetups with other members.
Using online to build offline connections.
Exactly. These examples show how the same technology can both contribute to and alleviate loneliness, depending on how it's used, and the individual's intentionality.
So with all this incredible change, these fascinating new roles, it brings us to the skills question. What skills are actually critical for success in this evolving landscape? What should you be focusing on to thrive in this dynamic new world of work?
That's an excellent question, and it really gets to the heart of individual preparedness. In this constantly shifting environment, certain foundational skills become absolutely essential, almost like superpowers, you could say.
Superpowers, I like that. What are they?
First, perhaps most importantly, is critical thinking. As automation takes over more routine tasks, the human ability to analyze complex data, evaluate AI outputs, and make nuanced judgments becomes paramount.
Thinking deeper than the machine.
You need to question assumptions, identify underlying problems, and solve challenges AI can't yet handle, especially those needing creativity or context.
So thinking beyond the machine, truly getting to the root of a problem.
Exactly. Second, creativity and innovation are vital for everyone now, not just artists. When machines handle the rote work, Humans are valued for their unique capacity to generate new ideas, approach problems from novel angles, and invent solutions.
Thinking outside the box.
Yeah, thinking outside the box and adapting to the unforeseen. It's not just about following instructions anymore. Third, emotional intelligence is increasingly crucial.
The people skills.
Empathy, effective communication, and collaborating effectively with diverse teams. Roles like a DEI specialist, for example, rely heavily on understanding human dynamics and fostering inclusive environments. As automation grows, human connection, negotiation, and collaboration will differentiate top performer.
The human touch becomes more valuable than ever.
Precisely. And finally, perhaps the most critical skill for the 21st century, adaptability.
Rolling with the punches.
You got it. The market is constantly changing. The ability to learn new skills rapidly and pivot your career path is not optional anymore. It's a necessity. For example, a blockchain developer needs cryptography expertise and exceptional adaptability to keep pace with evolving protocols and new applications. The willingness to embrace continuous learning and reinvent yourself is paramount.
You've painted a really exciting picture of opportunities, and it's easy to get swept up in the optimism, but let's be realistic for a moment. What are the biggest systemic challenges or potential pitfalls we're facing as work transforms so rapidly? What keeps you up at night about this?
That's a very fair point. Every transformation brings complexities and hurdles. One of the most prominent challenges is the automation threat we discussed.
Job displacement.
Right. While automation creates new jobs, it also potentially displaces existing ones, particularly in manufacturing and retail, places with highly repetitive tasks. Projections suggest up to 30% of current roles could be significantly automated by 2030. That could cause significant workforce disruption if not managed carefully.
That's a big number.
It is. And hand in hand with this is the skills gap. As new tech emerges, the skills needed for tomorrow's jobs aren't always present today.
People don't have the training yet.
Exactly. This creates a significant mismatch, a challenge for individuals and for economies. Bridging this gap quickly is enormous. So yes, displacement and a skills mismatch are indeed significant concerns.
What about the opportunity side of that coin? Because these challenges must also present new possibilities.
Oh, absolutely. It's vital to recognize the opportunities this challenge also creates. Automation, while displacing some jobs, simultaneously creates entirely new roles.
Like the robotics technicians we mentioned.
Exactly. Factory jobs might automate, but demand grows for robotics technicians to maintain those robots or AI trainers to refine AI systems and teach them new tasks.
Okay, so new needs arise, creating new types of jobs.
Exactly. And the skills gap, while daunting, is being addressed by this burgeoning ecosystem of educational initiatives. Coding bootcamps rapidly reskill people for tech roles. Major companies like Google offer career certificates.
Making skills more accessible.
Yes, accessible pathways to high-demand skills without a traditional degree, offering more flexible learning options. Beyond this, the digital landscape has democratized entrepreneurship. Platforms like Etsy let artisans reach global markets directly. Substack empowers writers to monetize content independently.
The creator economy.
Fostering a new wave of micro-entrepreneurs building businesses around their passions. And looking more speculatively, the metaverse is creating unique opportunities and fascinating new jobs like virtual real estate developers.
Selling digital land.
Literally building and selling digital properties and experiences online. So it's a dual-edged sword, but teeming with potential for those willing to adapt and innovate.
Here's where it gets really interesting. If we fast forward to 2050, what kind of roles might emerge that we can barely imagine today? Beyond the trends we've discussed, what are the truly novel, speculative jobs that might become commonplace, driven by breakthroughs we dimly foresee?
It's an exciting exercise peering into that future, and I think we'll be surprised by what becomes ordinary by 2050 as tech and our understanding advance exponentially. We can anticipate truly novel roles, things that sound like science fiction now.
Like what? Give us some examples.
One area. Brain-computer interface developers. They'd be designing direct interfaces connecting human brains to computers.
Mind control for computers.
Sort of. Their work could revolutionize medicine, letting paraplegic patients control prosthetics with thought, perhaps enhance cognition, and enable new communication forms.
Wow, that's profound and potentially transformative for accessibility.
Imagine Zara, a hypothetical developer in 2050. She designs interfaces allowing patients to move objects just by thinking, transforming healthcare, and offering unprecedented autonomy. Okay, what else might we see?
Yeah, what else?
Another possibility. Asteroid mining engineers. As space exploration gets more sophisticated and space economies develop, these engineers would extract valuable resources, rare metals, water ice from asteroids.
Mining in space.
These materials could fuel spacecraft, support off-world construction, or maybe even be used back on Earth. This could fundamentally impact resource scarcity and ignite entirely new space industries.
Whole new resource rush.
Then, as the metaverse matures, virtual economies will become incredibly complex. We might see virtual economists, specialists analyzing and managing intricate digital economies within the metaverse.
Managing virtual money and goods.
Understanding virtual supply and demand, advising on digital asset management, maybe even shaping virtual tax policies. It's a whole new frontier for economics, a whole new economy to study.
Fascinating.
Finally, driven by climate change urgency, we could see climate restoration specialists. These roles would focus on developing and deploying advanced tech to reverse environmental damage.
Like pulling CO2 out of the air.
Yeah, like large-scale carbon capture systems, pulling greenhouse gases from the air, or innovative methods to restore ecosystems and rebalance planetary systems. These are jobs directly addressing humanity's biggest challenges with groundbreaking tech aiming to heal the planet.
So given all these shifts, especially these radical potential roles, it begs the question, what does this mean for policy and education? How do we collectively prepare for these monumental shifts, bridge that skills gap, and ensure everyone has a chance to thrive?
This raises an important question for society. How do we build a new social contract that ensures everyone can thrive in this future? It absolutely requires proactive policy and significant education reforms.
What's the government's role?
Governments have a critical role via initiatives like subsidized training programs. In the U.S., the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, or WIOA, funds reskilling in tech and green jobs, helping workers transition. Think of Lena, 36, a policy analyst. She designs these reskilling programs, which have helped over 10,000 workers transition to tech roles, directly addressing the skills gap and systemically fostering resilience.
So government action is key to building that new social contract. What else?
Beyond government, public-private partnerships are proving incredibly effective. Companies like Amazon, collaborating directly with universities on cloud computing certifications, ensure education teaches skills employers actually need.
Keeping education relevant.
Exactly, keeping curricula relevant and agile. It's industry and academia working together. Yes, another key strategy is the proliferation of micro-credentials.
Those short courses we talked about.
Universities and private platforms offering short, focused courses in specific high-demand skills. AI, cybersecurity, sustainability quicker than traditional degrees. They allow rapid acquisition of specialized knowledge and enhance resumes with verifiable competencies. This flexibility is vital as it allows for continuous upskilling.
Makes sense. Getting targeted skills quickly.
Ultimately, we need to foster a pervasive lifelong learning culture. Governments can promote this via incentives, such as tax breaks for training and public awareness campaigns.
Making learning a lifelong habit.
The goal is to move from a one-time education model to one where learning is ongoing, integrated throughout a career, a fundamental part of professional life. And within that new social contract, we need to rethink benefits for gig economy workers.
Portable benefits.
Ensuring portable plans for healthcare and retirement that follow the worker rather than being tied to a single employer. And imagine universal skills accounts. Government-funded accounts that workers could use for lifelong learning, giving them agency over their own upskilling.
Like Denmark's model.
Denmark's flexicurity model, for example, combines a flexible labor market with strong social safety nets, generous unemployment benefits, and free retraining, offering a blueprint for navigating this dynamic future.
So for you listening right now, whether you're charting a career path, considering a pivot, or just incredibly curious, what are the most valuable pieces of advice for navigating this dynamic, vibrant world of 21st century jobs? What are the practical steps one can take today?
Okay, let's bring it down to brass tacks. This is where we translate all this into actionable strategies for you. First, and perhaps most crucial, upskill continuously.
Never stop learning.
You just can't rely on what you learned years ago. Enroll in online courses from platforms like Coursera or Udemy in high-demand areas. A Python course, for example, can instantly open doors to data science roles, giving you a tangible edge in the market.
Keep learning basically constantly, making it an integral part of your routine.
Second, network virtually. The professional world is more connected than ever. Join LinkedIn groups, Discord communities related to your interests, attend virtual conferences.
Build your online connections.
These platforms let you connect globally, share insights, and discover opportunities not traditionally advertised. Build those connections online, thoughtfully and strategically.
Yes, expanding your circle beyond physical proximity.
Third, make it a point to explore emerging fields. Don't be afraid to research roles in cutting-edge areas like quantum computing or the metaverse. Follow industry leaders on platforms like X.
Stay curious about what's next.
Stay abreast of the latest trends and potential career paths just starting to form. Proactive curiosity can uncover entirely new avenues for your career.
Being an early explorer in these new frontiers.
Exactly. Fourth, embrace flexibility. The traditional 9 to 5 isn't the only option. Try gig work on platforms like Upwork or seek remote roles.
Be open to different work styles.
This builds diverse experience and helps you construct a robust portfolio showcasing various projects and skills which are highly valued by employers today. Be open to different ways of working that suit your lifestyle and goals.
Be open to different ways of working, period.
Precisely. Fifth, develop soft skills. Often overlooked, but incredibly vital. Practice empathy, refine your communication, and cultivate adaptability. Through workshops, mentorship, even improv groups, or by taking on leadership roles in volunteer organizations. These human-centric skills are increasingly valued as automation handles routine tasks. Human interaction and collaboration become more critical.
Don't forget the people skills, the uniquely human edge.
Never. Sixth, leverage micro-credentials. As we discussed, these short, targeted certifications in high-demand skills like cybersecurity or digital marketing can quickly enhance your resume and make you more competitive.
Flexibus.
They show commitment to relevant learning without requiring years of study, allowing you to get those quick wins on skills. And finally, stay informed. Make it a habit.
Keep up with the trends.
Regularly read reports from reputable organizations like the World Economic Forum or McKinsey on job trends. This proactive approach helps you anticipate opportunities, understand market demands, and make informed decisions about your career, truly keeping you ahead of the curve.
Great advice on the work front.
Yeah.
What about navigating the connection paradox? Practical tips there.
Yes, absolutely crucial. Particularly for cultivating connection in a hyper-connected world, be intentional. Curate your digital diet, unfollow accounts that make you feel bad.
The comparison trap again.
And instead follow genuine interests in communities that lift you up. Prioritize quality interactions. Focus on deeper chats, video calls, and actual conversations over just scrolling and liking.
Quality over quantity.
Blend online and offline. Use apps like Meetup to find local activities and use messaging apps like WhatsApp to plan real-world get-togethers. Let digital enhance physical connection, not replace it.
Use tech as a bridge.
Set boundaries. Designate tech-free times or zones like the dinner table or bedroom before sleep to protect your face-to-face time. Leverage niche communities. Explore specific forums on Reddit or Discord to find people based on shared specific interests for strong bonds.
Find your tribe, online or off.
And for older adults particularly, learn digital literacy. Seek out community classes on smartphones or tablets, as this unlocks incredible potential for connection with family and new communities.
Empowering connection through tech literacy.
Finally, experiment with emerging tech cautiously. Explore AI, companions, or VR, but always ask yourself, is this adding to my human connections or replacing them? Keep human bonds central.
The jobs of the 21st century truly form a vibrant tapestry of innovation, creativity, and impactful work. From the advanced algorithms powering AI to the hands-on work in sustainability, from personalized healthcare to immersive metaverse experiences.
So many possibilities.
There are abundant opportunities for those who are curious, adaptable, and willing to embrace learning throughout their lives. It's a world where AI and technology are not here to simply replace human creativity or connection.
Not replace, but amplify.
But to amplify it, acting as partners and catalysts for fresh ideas and new possibilities.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, the future of work isn't merely about finding a job. It is more profoundly about forging a path that deeply aligns with your personal passions and core values.
The final thought for you, our listener, as you reflect on this intertwining of humans and machines, what new role, what unique contribution do you see yourself making? Something that only you can bring to this evolving world?